Hello everyone. It's currently, let me see, 12:34 a.m. and I could not sleep. So after checking out the feedback on the last video I posted about this game, I said, oh, look at this little guy dancing right here. I said, well, what if I just don't try to sleep at all and make another video? Why not, right? What can possibly go wrong? Considering that I literally have work to do this week and college is tickling, you know, my butt a little bit. But yeah, thank you a lot for the feedback as always, and I really like to read it, what everyone has to say, and you were always so nice and so kind, and a lot of new people are coming up and letting me know what they think about evolution, and I think this is what gaming yes, I'm a gamer but this is what a lot of games and tools can be used for learning and discussing and having fun in a way in which things just are more palatable. I don't know if this word exists in English or not, but the thing is, the amount of ideas we can achieve and we can discuss and we can spread by using these games, by playing these games and using these tools are so like big and so bigger than what traditional, quote unquote, traditional ways of learning are all about. And I don't know, I'm just rambling my mind a little bit, so I decided let's just, that's confusing. What do I do now? Well, oh, here it is. So yeah, let's see where we stopped. Pause. Calmly pause. Let's see the state our little creatures are in right now. Well, they keep being a little dumb. Well, let's do the following then. Let's call, so just for our minds to understand and behave a little better, let's name these regions, okay? So I kind of can't think of a creative name right now, so I'm just gonna call it A, B, and C. Can it be? Yes. Yeah, man, C is going down. C is dying. Okay, so A and B, and our creatures seem, the purple guys, they seem not be really different right now. So, ooh, interesting. This is new, a new instinct. If you remember in our last episode, I created them to sipping head bull. I put an instinct on them so they would just, if they saw the color green, they would go towards it. But they seem to evolve, if they see purple, which is their color, they go away from it. And it's interesting that this evolved right now, because there doesn't seem to have a lot of impact, because they're not predators, you know. They just actually, in reality, this would probably kill the species, because, you know, they wouldn't allow to, they wouldn't they wouldn't be able to have sex. Well, okay, my mind is just, sorry, my mind is broken. You guys know that. So yeah, here we have the caterpillar population of those trees. They seem really cool and really evolved. So let me just shove it around with those cameras. This is something that could be improved in this game. The camera is not really tangible. Well, here we have a nice cool forest. I already forgot the name. B, the B region. It seems to have evolved really well, and these species seem to be good. Agates in English. So, okay, let's, just before we hit play, let's see how everything evolved right now. So, yeah, Ogach seems, here I'm sorting by quantity, by amount, and so we have 136 alive. So it seems like Ogach is really the best one right now, like the most successful. But we have some shorter ones right here, and it seems the height factor is not super efficient right now. But here you can see this kind of foliage seems to have been gaining some advantage, and let's try to understand why then. So let's hit play, turn on mutations, and observe how these guys behave. I'm interested in C. I think they will probably die right now. They're really simple, they're really primitive. That's the correct term in biology and evolution. So let's see temperature. This is it. The first time I played, that was a really difficult region to conquest, on both by plants and by animals. Actually, they didn't seem to be able to reach those super hard parts, but those guys, though, the bee forest doesn't seem to struggle a lot. So, well, let's see how they'll behave. And they'll probably evolve some prickly leaves, probably like cacti, right? Because that kind of leaf is more adapted to prevent heat and water loss. So, because actually this is really interesting. The cacti, the thorns, they are the cacti leaves. They evolved to lose as little water as possible. Because the way this is really interesting, because everything is really interesting, as I say. The way that the roots actually capture water from the soil, it's true. In Portuguese, it's evapotranspiração, which in English you would probably literally translate to okay. So evapotranspiration, and what happens is water molecules have the ability, they are bounded really well, and by something that is called hydrogen bonds. And anyways, the water molecules have a really good affinity between them. And what happens is, from the leaf to the roof, it kind of makes a string. And this string, as a water molecules evaporates from the leaf, it pulls these strings all the way up, and the water that is interacting with the water molecules between the roots and the soil gets pulled with the string. And that's how plants acquire the water they need. It's not like they're not pumping water out. Actually, well, they are, but they're not making this in the traditional way we think about pumping. You know, they don't have muscles that contract and pull this water to the surface. They just rely on this evapotranspiration. And actually, this is why, for example, when it depends on the plant actually, but it's actually sometimes better if you water your plants during the day or during the morning. And because if you water them on a really hot time, in a really hot hour, they will probably just evapotranspirate all the water, and they won't have time to actually use it. And if you do it at night, they won't evapotranspirate, so they won't get this water at all. So there's kind of this optimal time and optimal temperature in which you should water your plants. And well, that's it. So yeah, returning to the cacti, the chlorophyll, in Portuguese is chlorophylla. Anyway, the photosynthesis pigment that it's on leaf, normally in cacti they kind of migrated to the stem, and so the stem makes all the plant stuff, and the leaves actually just kind of serve as protection. So yeah, that was me rambling for 10 minutes about something boring. Let's see how our little purple guys are. Well, I'm getting some really bad FPS. Yeah, you know how to deal. Google Chrome loves some RAM, right? So yeah, our little guys seem to oh my god, wait, this is a big moment, bruh. The first evolution was the eye, right? So they actually can see a bigger range right now. So that was how it was, and that's how you are now. And actually interesting because let's see the insect. They don't. I want to see if the other one we saw earlier have the actual way of seeing purple. But anyway, let's focus on this guy. And he evolved his mouth. Wow, that was fast. We used this, and then he came to this. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill him. Oh no, so it's this one, which can eat plant. It gains more energy. It's heavier, and it also can attack. That's really interesting. Oh my god, there's probably some update and something happened because, well, there's a lot of new stuff, and so he will see better, and also he'll be able to eat and maybe predate. But he can't eat meat now, but he can evolve to eating meat. So if that proves itself evolutionary good, he will probably evolve. But let's see, there's another guy I want to check out. So yeah, things are happening fast. Fast, or I talk too much, right? Wait. This guy evolves little paws, but that's the same guy. I want to see these one, right? Is this? No, this is the same mouth. Are you? Well, so you can already see a difference in population. It doesn't seem to, well, it just seems that that was the only one. Okay, but he already has, oh my, what happened to you, bro? Oh my god, is that, I did this by accident? Bruh. I don't know. Evolution can be weird sometimes. Like, don't you hate when you wake up at morning and you have evolved two mouths on your fucking chest? Okay, so let it just play for a little, and so we can check out the results. I really wish to talk about something that was commented on my last video, and Reckless Trucker commented. He basically was telling me how evolutionary peaks and valleys work, and how this kind of, I understand it correctly, if some feature evolves and not necessarily it helps something, or not necessarily it just simply appears, right? It kind of puts this organism in a different spectrum, which always include this feature alone. And by including this feature, it at the same time gives a bigger range of possibilities. Not a bigger range, but a specific range, and it also limits to a range that includes that characteristic. And he also said about how once you get to those peaks and valleys, you can kind of walk between them. And I actually think this is really interesting because it kind of marries with what I said on the last video about the cat's tongue, right? Because if I understand it correctly, the sandpaper-like tongue simply evolved, and by it showing up, kind of just resumed the evolution spectrum to an organism that includes that characteristic. And he mentions the size as one of these characteristics, and it might be interesting. It might be correct. I really don't know, because if let's say a herbivore evolves to be really big, like sauropods, I really don't know the names in English, so I'm gonna say them in Portuguese, and just, you know, sauropods, which are those big neck dinosaurs. They evolved, and they are so big in a way there's simply no space for them to occupy another niche that it isn't eating high trees, eating leaves from high trees, and a lot of them. So yeah, and actually there's a speculation that those kind of dinosaurs couldn't actually live on land only. They would probably live on shores, on lake, and they would probably spend a long time on, not underwater, but with their paws on water, so the buoyancy of the lakes or the body water they were in help them to keep their weight. And by, well, okay, now bringing back the comment, they are kind of in a valley now. That, okay, just a quick disclaimer, from now on I'm gonna say a lot of cliffs and valleys, but it was 1 a.m. so a lot of times I wanted to say cliff, I actually said valley, so probably just consider myself saying cliff from now on, okay? And also the audio kind of bugged a lot, and I'm sorry for that. I'm working on it. But yeah, thank you. Back to the video. everything. They are successful, but they are super specifically successful, and they just can't get out of that, get out of that place. And by not being able to get out of this place, in quote unquote, which one's fault it is? Is it fault of the place? Like once you get there, you just can't get out, or it's the organism's fault that by like trying to get there. So, and he makes a parallel, very smart actually, with the convergent evolution, which is, for anyone that doesn't know, convergent evolution is when organisms from different species, from different groups, from different families evolve to states very similar because they are put into natural and environmental pressures very similar. And kind of convergent evolution would be kind of getting to the top of this valley, right? And top of the hill. Oh my god, I thought I said, oh, I think I said valley all this time. I was supposed to say hill, I'm sorry. But yeah, okay, 1 a.m. Well, okay, so by getting the top of this hill, they are converging and getting to the same state which they cannot get out of. And there's actually a ring to, if it is what I understood, there's a really interesting parallel with how they train AIs right now, because AIs are random, right? So you said to them, well, okay, I want you to learn how to pilot a plane. So, well, I'm gonna give you how many planes you want, how many you like, and you can try however you like, and so you can just experiment. But by experimenting, he not necessarily will get to the good conclusions. Like, for example, if it says, well, if my objective is to fly, well, actually going straight up is technically flying, so well, I'm okay. And imagine this AI goes straight up and we reward it for it, like, yeah, okay, that's flying. Or we just doesn't look and say, oh, okay, just fly. We will be selecting those quote unquote flying, but they are flying wrong. So they will get to this kind of, they're flying absolutely dumb in a dumb way, and just will not be able to perform any better because they are flying straight up. But anything that is different from that is considered by the rules we stipulated for the AI is worse. Like, cause think about it, we are in the 10th generation and it is technically flying straight up. So why does it can do top? Because if the AI decides to go forward, it will dive down and explode. If it decides to go to the side, it will dive down and explode, and everything is worse than its current state. So it achieves this kind of I don't know the name in English, but this plateau, which is just it can't move anymore. So you actually introduce to the code of the AI this kind of, it's okay, everything will be fine, you can dive down. And that's actually programmable. Like, he asked this, and it's not only programmable, it is usually programmed, it's coded like that. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck I said. I honestly think I said for about I talked bullshit for 10 minutes straight, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut a lot of this, they'll make it dynamic. But yeah, let's check our little guys right here. So yeah, we can see our A forest is merging with B forest. Interestingly, do you guys remember there was a lot of cork? Oh my god, this is B. I thought it was only one tree. Oh, that's cheating. There are 3 trees here. 3 here. So, well, anyway, we can see, so they are kind of merging, right? And they are merging, and it's really interesting as well. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to, well, anyway, I think I'm too dumb today to make this kind of thinking. So yeah, they merge. Let's see if the leaves kind of evolve in any different way. Well, it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, this kind of leaf is actually seems pretty successful right here. We can analyze them a little. This is also something that could be implemented, some way to click it and analyze its structures here, so we could just get a quick reading of it. Well, I think my game broke. Okay guys, I think the game broke. That was anticlimactic. Oh my god, the game simply broke. That's okay, it's early access, that's fine, that's nice, it happens. Well, at least it was safe, right? Let me see. Oh, okay, thank god. It seems like it auto saved. It auto saved. Okay. So yeah, let's. I don't. Okay. Oh my god. There's. This is a lot of guys. Well, and they don't seem to have evolved a lot. These guys seem really successful. Interesting. So as we saw, there were a lot of mutations with different creatures, but they don't really seem to be having so much advantage by the way they eat or the way they behave. At least for now, I'm probably just missing some really different. Oh, these guys are darker, or am I tripping? Yeah, they're definitely darker. So yeah, it seems like yo, we have some water type Pokemon right here. Cool. Oh, let's get that. Let's see if we find them here. Amount, Hoover. Yeah, so interesting. So these guys seem to be actually better right now. But yeah, you didn't evolve a lot, right? You lazy bitch. Let's see. Here they are, the little fellas. Well, they haven't evolved at all. Whoa. Well, interesting. Really interesting. Okay, sorry for the anticlimactic ending, because like the game broken, the fact that the game broke kind of messed a bit with myself, because I'm thinking, because I don't have like a super computer or anything. I just have an average one. But I really want you to know. I really want to know from you, how can we develop this series? Like, we have this story mode, and we can try it out. Try to make some videos about it. And I actually think that would be really fun, because we would be able to discuss a lot in a more directional way. And so yeah, anyway, thanks for the nice comments as always. Thanks for all the kindness. Sorry for my dumb mind. Sorry for my terrible audio. Sorry for my terrible accent. Sorry for my terrible English. Sorry for my pretty much, how do I say this? Amateurism. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope we can discuss more in the comments. This has been really fun and really enjoyable to read what everyone has to say. If we make 2 episodes and just by having fun and talking and discussing, that's like the whole point, and that's delicious. And I'm really asking you to go ahead, open that comment section, and bro, just feel free to put whatever you think, whatever comes to your mind. Good, bad, dumb, amazingly smart. Just talk, communicate, and let's build our scientific minds. So yeah, thanks guys a lot. Sorry again for everything. I'm getting better, and I really hope I can get some feedback and ways to improve as well. So thank you a lot.